Good morning, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachel and this is Stitched Up. So I am back with a makes vlog. I don't think I have done one of these this year at all. So yeah, I thought I would come to you today and talk you through what I made in May. May was an interesting month, let me tell you, because obviously I went to the lovely KB sewing retreat down on the Isle of Wight at the beginning, which was amazing, and made a couple of bags, and then we've been on holiday and I've been working like a trooper, so I've not actually had a lot of time to sew, but I have managed to get a few things done. So I've made a little note on a scrap of paper. You know, you see these people with all these lovely journals, don't you, and everything is nicely written out, and I just have scraps because my life is just so busy. I just don't have time to dedicate to doing a nice journal at the minute, which is a shame because I have one just there, which you can probably see, and it's a real shame not to be using it. But hopefully later this summer, when I've got a bit more time, I will be able to plan my makes a little bit better and make it all nice and pretty, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, I hope you're all really well. I made in May, I made 2 bags, 1, 2, 3 dresses, a top and a pair of PJs. So it wasn't too bad, really, all told. Most of it was actually made towards the end of May because that was when I had the most sewing time. But I will get cracking and show you what I got up to. So I'll start with what I'm wearing, which is the Saltwater slip dress. So this is it here. This is a pattern by Friday Pattern Company. I'm sure you have all heard about it and seen lots of lovely versions of this over on Instagram, etc., and by some of your other favourite vloggers. But yes, I made this, and I know that the plan is I'm going to do a live sew along for this. And for many reasons, obviously it didn't happen in April or May because of just time, and it's not going to happen in June either. So it's probably going to be next month, but I wanted to get this made because I want to wear it. So I thought I'd have a go at it, and then it'll probably gear me up a little bit better to be able to do the live sew along. So this is the Saltwater slip, and I really like it. I have made this out of a gorgeous viscose that I think I got from Rainbow Fabrics. It's leaves, which is amazing. Good shot of my chest there, guys. But anyway, and you can have it with or without a tie. I have mine with a tie because I like it cinched in at my waist. And it's got little... if I bend down, I can show you. Oh gosh, my hair is just getting in the way. It's got these little sliders on. Gosh, that's the word. And I used some rose gold ones that I bought from eBay. And I really like that actually, although they were mega fiddly to do. And then it's got like a... Oh, if I stand on my chair, I'm going to break my neck here, aren't I? Oh, it is sort of midi length, maxi length with little splits at the side, both sides. And oh, there we go. And it's great. I really like it. It's got acres of bias binding, which I'm sure if you've watched reviews of this pattern before you will know about. And that was quite time consuming to do, let me tell you, especially because it's quite thin, this bias binding. And I suppose you could use pre-made bias binding if you wanted to, but I always like my bias tape to match the garment that I'm making. So I tend to make it out of the self fabric. And yeah, this side, I think it's just, there was a couple of areas where it didn't quite catch because I do have one of those weird feet. Right then, this is it here. Have you ever seen such a contraption before? This is a bias binding adapter foot thing for my faff machine, and you're supposed to be able to sort of wind it through this thing here, and then it attaches it. You just use it with a plain piece of fabric, and then it makes it into bias binding and attaches it all in one go, which would be great for this kind of garment, because what I had to do was attach it one side, fold it over, and then attach it again and sew it twice. And whereas with that kind of foot, you only have to do that once. But I cannot get that thing to work. I think there's a real knack to it, and I'm going to have to watch some YouTube videos. In fact, I have watched some YouTube videos where people have used it, but I still can't get it to work. They make it look so simple. So if anybody's got any tips on how to get that thing to work, please let me know, because I want to make loads of these dresses, if I'm honest, because it's really nice. It's the first time I'm wearing it today because we're finally getting some nice weather in the UK to be able to wear this kind of dress. And it's getting its first wear today, but it's super comfortable just for being at home. And I like the fact that it's fairly modern looking as well and easy to wear, but it doesn't look homemade. I'm one of these sewers that sometimes I just don't want to look like I stand out, if that makes sense. I want to look like I blend in. I really like this dress. I think it's great. This fabric is lovely, nice and cool, and I think that I lengthened it by probably about an inch or two, something like that. I know when Ruan made hers, and Ruan is very similar height to me, I think she's just literally centimetres shorter than me, but she didn't lengthen hers, I don't think, and hers looks great on her. It's a great length, but I lengthened mine a little bit, and it comes to that sort of silly mid-axi length, so it's not maxi length right down to my ankles, but it's sort of in between my lower calf and full length, if that makes sense. I will get some better pictures outside. I'll try and take some and insert them. You're gonna have to excuse the state of my sewing room. I am in mid destash at the minute, so there is stuff all over. Yeah, I've got loads of fabrics listed over on Instagram, and a lot of them are sold, which I just need to package up later today and get those out to their recipients this week. But I've still got a load of fabric that I've listed and patterns, etc. There is stuff all over in here and it's just chaos, so please excuse the clutter in the background. Anyway, yes, that is the Friday Pattern Company Saltwater. Now, Friday Pattern Company have a YouTube channel, which I didn't realise, and they have done a hack for this, which creates like a nice gathered top part of this dress, and I really like it. So I will link to it down below, and I'm going to have a go at hacking that and making that one next. And then, yes, I will definitely be hosting the sew along. I am thinking it's probably going to be July now, because I'm working every other weekend from this weekend, and so yeah, it's gonna, my next weekend off, we're actually going away for the weekend, so I'm not gonna be able to do it then, so it's going to be July. The next thing is what I made at the retreat. Now, those of you that didn't watch my retreat vlog, if you haven't already watched that, I went to the KB sewing retreat at the beginning of May, and I've been twice before, and it was just as good as it always is. It's always nice to catch up with people, isn't it, and go to these kind of things if you can manage it. And we made the Swoon Patterns Annette bag, and I made two because I'm a super fast sewer, as people keep telling me. So I made the satchel size, which is this one here, and I also made the commuter tote, which is this one here. So these are the two bags, and the fabric choice that I used was the gorgeous Savannah drill by Lady McElroy, which I had loads of it still in my stash, paired with the tan Mora leather by Emmeline, and then the lining is I believe it's a Art Gallery fabric lining on this one, but I didn't have enough for the lining of the satchel size, so I just used the same as the outer, and that was because I hadn't originally planned to make both sizes when I went to the retreat, so I'd only got enough for the commuter tote size, and the plan was to get these done so that I could take them to Portugal with me, which I did. I used the the antique brass hardware from Emmeline as well on these bags, and they're just amazing. So this one has got a little sort of pocket inside there. It's also got a zip pocket as well inside there. It's got pockets on the outside, which, let me tell you, was great for in the airport, because I could just slip my passport. You know what it's like when you're in an airport and you're forever having to get your passport out. And I hate having to root around in bags for it, so it was great to have this on my shoulder with my passport in this little pocket, which I could just keep whipping out as and when I needed to show it to the personnel in the airport. And yeah, my little satchel size, which I used a lot as well. It's got little bag feet on the bottom, look, and I absolutely love them. They're great, and I used them all on my holiday, and yeah, really love those bags. Gorgeous. Definitely got me back into the bag making mode, let me tell you. So that's what I made at the retreat. the next thing I was looking at was a dress to wear to my nephew's wedding that we were going to at the beginning of June, and I decided on the Vogue V9253, which I believe now is V something 135 or 1735. I will put a number, I'll put a picture of the pattern as it is now, because for whatever reason they updated it and changed the number, and I don't know why. They seem to do this sometimes, don't they? Basically, when I was on holiday, I wore an old version of this dress and forgot just how good I feel in it. And so I thought, yes, I'm just going to make another version of it. So when I got home, I raided my stash behind me for some gorgeous Lady McElroy viscose and made it up, and this is it here. So again, I'll put some pictures of this pattern, and it is, I will say, a little bit unfinished because it's not a lined pattern, isn't this? You just use sort of bias binding along the back neckline, as you can see there, and then you just fold the neckline over, and the actual front neckline, it's seamed at the front, comes right down to the waist, but I raised it 4 inches because it's really booby otherwise, and I don't want to go for that look anymore, thank you very much. So it's got no, it's not a drop sleeve, is it? It's a dolman sleeve, which comes to elbow length, and I have seen some people do a hack for this that makes it into like a sort of balloon sleeve, which looks really nice. And then it's gathered into the waistline, and then at the back it's got a centre back invisible zip, which I didn't put all the way to the top, and I need a hook and eye on that, which I hate hooks and eyes, so I just left it because my hair's long and it covered it, and yeah, it's fine. And then it's got ties which are stitched into the back centre seam, which you can tie around the front, and then it is super long. This fabric is a gorgeous viscose from Lady McElroy. I cannot remember the name of this print, I'm afraid. I'm sure Shan will tell me because she knows all those kinds of things, but it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I made this up in a day, literally the week before the wedding, and left it to hang for a few days, and then just hemmed it with a blind stitch on my sewing machine. That's how I tend to hem all my dresses. So there's the blind stitch. I don't think you can see that. That's from the outside, which is the whole point of it, why it's called a blind stitch. And then from the inside, it looks a bit like so. If I can be bothered, I will put this dress on and go out and take some pictures, and you'll see them here. If not, I will just stick a couple in from the wedding, which are not the best, but you get the idea. I felt amazing in this dress. I really love it. And I'm going out for afternoon tea next Saturday with the lovely Lorianne, who is over from the States. She's doing a bit of a tour at the moment of the UK and meeting up with lots and lots of different people from the sewing community. So lucky Lorianne. And I'm meeting her next Saturday. We are going for afternoon tea. The lovely Judy running So and So is coming with us as well. So is Tamlin, who is sewn on the Tyne, and Rowan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl. So we're having a bit of a shindig, which is going to be quite nice. And I think I'm going to wear this, but I'm going to wear it with pumps to make it a little bit more casual. Hopefully the weather will stay fine, but we'll see. So yes, that was the second dress that I made in May. Where are we up to? If you watched my Friday sews that I put up a few days ago, you will have seen that I made a pair of shorty PJs. And basically, I'm not going to go grab them because they're upstairs under my pillow, all screwed up, and I can't be bothered to go get them. I'm going to be honest with you. So if you haven't watched that vlog, go and watch it because I show the PJs in more details in that vlog. But if not, I will put a picture of them here. But essentially, this was a pattern mashup of 2 free patterns to create these pajamas for summer. And I was really short in my stash. That's Piper, I don't know if you heard him. I'm really short of summer weight pajamas, and I had this gorgeous double gauze. I'm just waiting for him to come through somewhere. I had this gorgeous double gauze from a So Hayley Jane box that I just didn't know what to do with, and I decided to make some shorty PJs inspired by Rowan and her double gauze escapades. And so I started with the Etty camisole by Tammy Handmade, and I just hacked the scallops. I just basically blended them out to make it a straight line, a straight V rather than scalloped front. And so I made the Etty handmade top, and then the bottoms are the bottoms of the assembly line pajama pants, which is a free pattern if you sign up to their newsletter. Again, I will leave that link down below for you. And yeah, I absolutely love them so much that I'm going to make some more in June, absolutely, because they're just gorgeous. So nice to wear in bed, so comfortable and airy and light and cool. Yeah, love them, absolutely love them. So that was the next thing I made. Now, there is one thing I made which I can't show you, unfortunately, but I'm just going to tell you about it, and that is the Sofia top by Victory Patterns. And that's because as soon as I made it, my daughter swiped it and she's gone off with it, and I didn't even get any pictures of it. But I made this top, and I'm going to be honest with you, I am not convinced about the pattern. I love the sleeves. I made the sort of 3/4 sleeves, which I'll put a picture here, but I made the 3/4 sleeves that come to elbow with the shirring that is just above the hem, and I really like those. But essentially it's the sleeves literally just sit on your shoulders, and they are attached to the bodice right at the top of the arm side here, and then obviously the bodice is fully shirred. Now the shirring took forever, honestly. You think these kind of dresses are actually quite quick, and they're really not. The whole bodice was shirred. I made just the top version, but what I found when I put this on was that the sleeves just kept slipping off my shoulders, even though there's elastic, and you can see your bra strap as well because it's so wide. And I'm just not convinced about the drafting of that pattern, if I'm honest. I think it could be done much better so that you can still wear a bra with it, and you're sort of, you know, with a lot of bras, the sort of curve of the cup starts coming to a diagonal here, and that really shows on the Sofia top. So it's not great, if I'm honest, and I don't know if I would make it again. But I can't show you, unfortunately, because as I say, Bronte saw it and was like, Mum, I love this top, and I said, you can have it because I'm probably not going to wear it. So off she went with that. But yeah, I did make it. And then the final thing I have made is this. So this is the By Hand London Anna dress, and thinking back, this was one of the first sewing patterns that I ever made. It's a really old pattern now, but still an absolute beauty, to be honest. And this fabric is a gorgeous crepe that I got from Walton's Fabrics, which is a store. It's probably about 40 minutes from me. I've mentioned Walton's loads of times. It's fabulous, absolutely amazing. And I got this fabric from them ages ago, and it'd just been in my stash, but I decided I wanted to remake the Anna, and because I've not made it for years. And the versions that I made before, I was a very new sewer and wasn't very good, I'll be honest, and they were just rubbish. So I ended up donating them, shall we say. And obviously my skills are, I like to think, a little bit better than they were back then. So I decided that I was going to remake it, and this fabric is perfect for it. I have fully lined the bodice on this version. It's the full length version. I haven't put the slit. It's got a thigh slit, but I haven't put the split in it at all. I've just left it as a full skirt, and yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. So it's basically just a drop sleeve bodice. It's got little pleats at the waist, and then it's got a panelled sort of gently flowing skirt. The panel is like 6 panels altogether, I think, and the back has got centre invisible zip all the way, and this one, the zip does go right to the top. As I say, I have lined the bodice on this as well. It's not lined in the actual pattern, but again, I will put this on and take some photos and show you. It still needs hemming, that's the only thing, because I've been letting it drop, because as I say, this is a crepe. It does have a bit of stretch in it as well, which is great, which means I can, you know, it's going to be quite comfortable to wear. But I absolutely love this dress. It's just beautiful, and I can't wait to wear it. So I need to get this hemmed. But this was really the last thing that I made right at the end of May. So I'm really pleased with what I got made, to be honest, considering how much time I had away from my sewing machine, and away from home in May, and the amount of time I was working as well. I don't think I've done bad. So yeah, really, really happy with my makes for May. So let me know down below what you think and which is your favourite of what I made this month. I will be back soon with my plans for June. We're already quite a way into June and I have made a couple of things already, but just things that have sort of taken my fancy, what I've wanted to quickly sort of make really. But I do have a few plans that I thought I'd like to chat to you about. And yeah, I will be putting that vlog together very soon for you all. So yeah, I think I will leave it there and I will see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.